naming Diyos. Maraming salamat po sa buhay at lakas na aming taglay, sa liwanag ng kaisipan at sa pagkakataon maipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan. Gabayan po ang bawat isa sa amin. Anuman ang bahagi na aming gagampanan, naway maging maayos at matagumpay ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral na aming gagawin sa araw na ito. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming mga pagkulang at pagkakasala. At sa aming paggawa, ikaw po ang aming makasama. Amen.
Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin kong gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran, ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin kong gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran, ang laya mo'y babantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang laya mo'y babantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang.
Good day, learners! How are you today? I hope that you are all safe and healthy. It's me again, Teacher Charlotte, and you are watching Valenzuela Live for English 6 Quarter 4. In this episode, we are going to talk about the topic, Revise Writing for Clarity, Correct Spelling, and Appropriate Punctuation Marks, with the K-12 Curriculum Guide Code EN6WC-4B-2.2. You know the drill. Before we start, let us have an attendance check. You may comment down your name, the name of your school, and your grade and section in the comment box. You can also tag your subject teacher to give them a thumbs up or heads up that you are tuning in with us today. I'll give you 30 seconds to do it, and your time starts now. Now that we are all set, get your paper and pen, sit up straight, listen carefully, and let's start our lesson for the day. How well can you point out misspelled words? Let us start the day with a spotting game. Let's play Spot the Misspelled Word. In this game, you will simply identify the word in the given sentence which is spelled incorrectly. You may type the correct spelling of that word in the comment section below. Here is an example. Sentence sample. She wore a red blouse with yellow flowers. Which word within the sentence do you think is misspelled? Comment down your answer. And that is right. The answer should be blouse, spelled B-L-O-U-S-E. All right? Put your game face on and let's start with sentence number 1. Sentence number 1. The doctor told us to always wear our face mask. You have 10 seconds to type the correct answer of whichever is misspelled inside the sentence. Timer starts now. The correct answer is where. That is right. It should be spelled W-E-A-R. Let's proceed with sentence number 2. Sentence number 2. Eating fruits and vegetables have lots of benefits in our body. Read that sentence again. You have 10 seconds to spot the misspelled words and your timer starts now. Time is up. And the correct answer should be vegetables, spelled V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E-S. Vegetables. You are doing great. Let's proceed to item number 3. Number 3, Arlene kept a positive attitude during pandemic times. Which word within the sentence is misspelled? Comment down your answers. I am seeing different answers, but the correct answer is positive. That should be spelled as P-O-S-I-T-I-V-E. Positive. Let's now proceed to sentence number 4. Sentence number 4 is, yesterday was a special occasion for Stephen. Once again, yesterday was a special occasion for Stephen. Your 10 seconds starts now. And the correct answer is occasion, but spelled as O-C-C-A-S-I-O-N. We have come now to sentence number 5. Number 5, approximately 1,000 people watched the concert. Your timer starts now. This item is quite easy. The correct answer is people, spelled as P-E-O-P-L-E. That was a good game. Thank you everyone for participating in our activity. What we did there is a glimpse of what revising for spelling is all about, and we will dig deeper into editing as we go along with our discussion for this lesson. Today, you will learn how to revise your writing for clarity. It will include correcting spelling, choosing appropriate punctuation marks, and using transition or signal words. There are important elements in the writing process. Revising and editing are among the most important ones. These two tasks are necessary in order to improve your essay. In composition, revision is the process of rereading a text and making changes in the content, organization, sentence structure, and word choice to improve its content. During the revision stage of the writing process, writers may add, remove, move, and substitute. This is otherwise called as ARMS treatment or ARMS treatment. There are three revising and editing skills we will focus on today. The first one is correcting spelling. Second, choosing appropriate punctuation mark. And third, using transition or signal words. Let's start with correcting spelling. In revising for spelling, we must be aware of some rules in spelling to guide us through. Let us watch this video.
Hello there! Here are some spelling rules you need to know. If you take these rules by heart, they can actually help improve your writing. Rule number 1. It is usually spelled I before E, except after C and when sounded like A. We usually spell things IE and not EI, like in the words believe, friend, and peace. As we mentioned, let us understand more about the exceptions. There are two. When coming after the letter C, it is usually spelled EI, like in the words receive and sealing. It is also spelled EI when sounding like A, like in the words neighbor and way. Unfortunately, this rule is not perfect. There are even exceptions to the exceptions. It is spelled IE if occurring after C, like the words glacier, sufficient, and ancient. But it is also EI occurring when not after C, like in the words weird, seas, and leisure. Rule number 2. When you have a word that ends with a consonant plus vowel plus consonant, the final consonant can be doubled in some words but not in others. An example of this is the word transmit. It ends with a consonant followed by a vowel and a consonant. The final consonant is doubled if the stress falls on the final syllable of the word, like in the words transmit and forget. For short, one-syllable words, always double the final consonant, like in the words get and bus. The final consonant is not doubled if the stress does not fall on the final syllable of the word, like in the words offer and pedal. But wait! This is only for words that end in consonant, vowel, consonant. For words with other patterns, like vowel, vowel, consonant, we do not double the final consonant. For vowel, vowel, consonant ending words, do not double, like in the words repair and clean. For words ending in consonant, consonant, do not double, like in the words help and print. We are now in rule number 3. When to use US and OUS. The US ending is used for nouns like the words genius, focus, and virus, while the OUS ending is used for adjectives like the words generous, religious, and humorous. There you have it! Remember these rules at all times and see your writing improve. Till next time!
Second, after spelling, is using appropriate punctuations. Aside from the common uses of punctuations like the period, comma, question mark, and exclamation point, here are some reminders on the use of punctuations. First, reminders in the use of apostrophe. Now, apostrophe is used to form possessives. Example, the school's faculty, our family's home, or the shirt's color. It is also used for certain contractions like it's, let's, she's, there, I've, or don't. The apostrophe is not used to form most plurals except for these three exceptions. Exception number one, plurals of lowercase letters in statements like dot your I's and cross your T's. Second exception, plurals of certain words used as words. For example, we need to tally the yeses and nos and maybes, right? The third exception is plurals of certain abbreviations like dozen of PhDs and 4 MDs. Now let's go to the second rule or the second reminder for using punctuation marks. Here are some reminders for using periods, commas, and quotation marks. Periods and commas go inside quotation marks even if they aren't part of the material being coded. For example, I shouldn't have eaten those strawberries, said Jonathan. Now, all other punctuation marks go outside the quotation marks unless they are part of the material being quoted, like this example sentence. Let's read. His latest story is entitled The Beginning of the End. Wouldn't a better title be The End of the Beginning? Now, notice the placement of the punctuations outside the quotation marks. This is because the words in quotation is a title of a story and is not a part of a quoted material or dialogue. Let us now proceed to the third reminder in using quotation marks. Let's remind ourselves of using hyphen. Use a hyphen for compound adjectives. When two or more words collectively serve as an adjective before the word they are modifying, those words should normally be hyphenated. For example, Canada is an English-speaking country. Or writing a dictionary is a never-ending task. Notice that the modifiers English-speaking and never-ending are hyphenated. That is because they serve as adjectives collectively. Let's now go to number 4. Using a colon and semicolon. The colon and semicolon can both be used to connect independent clauses. Semicolon is used to separate sentences where the conjunction has been left out, and link sentences which also use words such as otherwise, however, and therefore as connectors. Let's read this example. I did not finish reading the newspaper. Instead, I watched the news. Now, colon, on the other hand, is used to introduce a list of things or to introduce a dependent clause to help emphasize the idea in the preceding clause. Let's read this example. A man needs 3 things to survive. Let's read it again. A man needs 3 things to survive: air, water, and food. Notice as well the placement of the colon in that sentence. Before we proceed to reminders on using appropriate punctuations, let us have first a short activity. In this activity, I will be showing you a sentence without punctuations. And you are going to identify which among the choices uses the appropriate punctuation. All right? Are you ready? You're only going to type the letter of the correct sentence that has appropriate punctuations used. Let's get started. Number 1. We won the game. The team screamed happily. Is it A? We won the game. The team screamed happily. Or letter B? We won the game. The team screamed happily. Which one has correct punctuations? If your answer is A, then you got it right. Let's proceed to sentence number 2. My friend Jonah, who was born May 25, 2000, lives in Sorsogon. Which among the two sentences, which between the sentences rather, has the correct punctuation? Is it A or B? Type your answer in the comment box. Alright, if your answer is letter B, then you are correct. Let's now have sentence number 3. People in the community can now enjoy the new dog-friendly park. Okay, which between sentences A and B used correct punctuation? Alright, thank you for dropping your answers in the comment section. The answer is letter A. Let us now proceed to item number 4. I went to the store and bought a lot of fruits. Apples, bananas, oranges, and melons. Which sentence used correct punctuations? A or B? Alright, time's up. And the correct answer is letter A. Alright, let's now proceed to item number 5. Juan didn't intend to hurt Gary's feelings. Which between A and B used the correct punctuations? Drop your answers in the comment section. Alright, the correct answer is B. Thank you for participating in our short activity and good job at using punctuations correctly. Let us now continue to the next revising focus for today, and that is using transition or signal words. We are done with some reminders on the use of punctuation. Let us now proceed to the last one. Now, transitions or signal words help you, the reader, to follow the direction of a writer's thought. They are like signposts on the road that guide a traveler. Now, look at the following sentences. It says there, I love drinking coffee. It keeps me awake at night. Now, these sentences imply that the writer loves drinking coffee because it keeps her awake at night. But to make it more specific, the signal word because can be used and therefore connect these two sentences to make one sentence only. These sentences will now be, I love drinking coffee because it keeps me awake at night. Alright, but that's not all. We can also change the relationship between the sentences by using other transition words. This time, let us try to use other transition words in the same sentence. Let's use even though. Alright, instead of because, we will be using even though. The sentence has now become, I love drinking coffee even though it keeps me awake at night. Now, the writer loves coffee in spite that it keeps her awake at night. As you can notice, the relationship between the sentence's ideas has changed. A transition has changed the way from one idea to another. Transitions or signal words are words and phrases that show the connection between ideas. Now, here is a list of other transition words which we can use for each purpose or expression. I encourage you learners to try and use transition words effectively in your next essay and see how it adds up to the comprehensiveness of your writing. Now, before we sum things up, let us try practicing our skill in using transition words. Let's have a short activity. Choose the letter of the statement that uses the correct transition word. You are only going to type the letter of the correct answer in the comment section below. Let's get started. Once again, you will only be choosing the letter of the sentence that used the correct or most appropriate transition word. Number 1, letter A. Eating well will help you live a healthier life. Moreover, exercising every day is also highly recommended. Letter B. Eating well will help you live a healthier life. As a result, exercising every day is also highly recommended. Your timer starts now. Alright, time is up and the correct answer is letter A. In this sentence, the transition word moreover should be used. Okay, let's proceed with item number 2. Letter A. Getting a college degree is a great accomplishment. In addition, it does not guarantee that one will have a job after graduation. Or is it letter B? Getting a college degree is a great accomplishment. However, it does not guarantee that one will have a job after graduation. Which do you think used correct transition words? Time is up and the correct answer is letter B. In this sentence, in this item, the correct transition word that should be used is however. Let's proceed with item number 3. Letter A. Essays must be submitted before the deadline. Otherwise, they will not be graded. Or letter B. Essays must be submitted before the deadline. Therefore, they will not be graded. Which do you think used the correct transition word? Alright, the correct answer for this item is letter A. In this set of sentences, the transition word that should be used is that one which is in letter A. Alright, let's proceed with item number 4. Letter A. Michael is very athletic and plays on the school basketball team. Similarly, his brother just stays at home and plays video games all day. Or letter B, Michael is very athletic and plays on the school basketball team. On the contrary, his brother just stays at home and plays video games all day. Which one used the correct transition word? Is it similarly or on the contrary? Thank you for keeping the comments coming. But the correct answer for here is letter B. On the contrary. Alright, let's now proceed with item number 5, the last one. Is it letter A? You will have the satisfaction of knowing that you tried even if you fail? Or is it letter B? You will have the satisfaction of knowing that you tried because you fail? Is it even if or because? That's right. The correct answer for here is letter A. Great job, learners. Thank you for participating in our discussion for the day. To sum things up, revising and editing are two tasks you undertake to significantly improve your essay. Both are very important elements of the writing process. To revise your writing or your essay for clarity, it will include 3 things: correcting spelling, choosing appropriate punctuation mark, and using transition or signal words. Now, we are now on the part of our live stream where I will answer some of your questions. I will give you 1 minute to type your questions in the comment section and I will be right back. I'm back and we are now going to read some questions posted in the comment section and I will answer them for you. Let us have question number 1. Alright, number 1, is a dash and a hyphen the same? Wow, thank you for this very enlightening question. I am glad that you have asked this one. Now, even though a hyphen looks very similar to a dash, it has very different uses. It is most commonly used to create compound words as mentioned earlier. Now, a dash, on the other hand, have 2 different kinds, the N dash and the M dash. The N dash is slightly shorter than the M dash. The EN dash is used to express a period of time or indicate a range of numbers or scores or to indicate distance, while the em dash is used to show a break in a sentence or to mark unimportant words, to create emphasis, or to indicate a sudden change of thought. So the hyphen and the dash are different in a lot of ways, including their use. Now let's proceed to question number 2. Second question, let's have this one. How do revising and editing help to make our essay become clearer? Wow! Thank you for this question. And I know that you may think revising and editing are not necessary most of the time. But I encourage you to practice revising and editing your essays. Revising acts as a kind of quality control on your writing and like a checkpoint for evaluating your work in terms of its impact on your readers. Or it may serve as an overall review of the content of your essay and its expression. It can be a more effective process if you leave time between the writing and the revising to allow you to look at your work with fresh eyes. Now, when we revise, we get an opportunity to check whatever we have accomplished. Whether we have accomplished our goals or not. So we will see that when we revise. Revising and editing help us to ensure that our ideas are clearly expressed and well supported. Well, thank you for dropping your questions in the comment box and for actively joining our live stream for the day. I hope that you have enjoyed today's lesson. Time flew so fast and today is the last episode for your Valenzuela Live for English 6. Thank you so much for staying with us and for tuning in all throughout the school year. We are so glad that we have started to gradually transition to our face-to-face classes. Again, as what our Secretary of Education, Leonor Briones, mentioned, in any situation, learning must continue. Stay safe, stay home, and God bless us all. This is Teacher Charlotte, your live streaming teacher for English 6, saying thank you and more power to you as you venture out to your high school years. Congratulations, Batch 2002.